Alright, I hope everyone's having a fantastic night. A little bit of a late night stream. Hope everyone's doing great. But welcome back to Planet Coaster 2. And I know, 2 live streams in a row. What? Back-to-back nights? It's absolutely absurd. But let's go ahead and actually, let me, we're going to go ahead and get my CPU temps up so I can monitor those while we stream. That way I can avoid trying to have the stream crash because of overheating issues. But last night we did create the Outlaw Run trains, which was a little bit of a headache at one point, but it happens. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, good evening. Welcome back to the stream. I still am pretty happy with how these trains turned out. I think they did turn out pretty solid. We might make some extra adjustments later on if we feel like we need to, but I think overall they actually turned out pretty solid. So I'm pretty happy with the results. The zero car does look a little bit weird because I think it's mostly because of this weird this piece coming up and over like this, but not really much I can really do about that. I mean, I had to do my best, I guess, to try and blend it a little bit, but there's really not much I could have done there. So, but when you're zoomed out, I'd say I feel like when you're zoomed out, these trains look. This train looks pretty awesome. Like it's Outlaw Run, you know. So, anyways, yeah, the powder keg trains are on the workshop as well. So, for sure, those are also on the workshop. I have. Any of the trains that I've done, I did post on the workshop. So, those are available. So if we go here, here's the powder keg ones. Here's the fire in the hole ones are also on there. If we go to the Frontier Workshop, let's see if anybody's, since it's been a day, let's see if anyone's actually downloaded the ones. We had 20 downloads. All right. Not too bad. We have 146 on the fire in the hole trains, 202 for Time Traveler. Yeah, and Winland Adventure Resort's up to 315. This is one that I want to get in the thousands at some point. Still, my most subscribed is the hotel resort that I made back when the game first came out, and it's at 19,278. It's actually one of the higher rated items in the Frontier Workshop in general. So I haven't ordered the thermal paste yet. No, I am going to though. But everything will be fine. We're at 74 degrees right now, so my PC is nice and cool at the moment. I mean, for my PC, I'd prefer it to be in the 60s, but like 70s pretty cool for my situation right now. But everything looking good there. The maybe I should get better picture of the Outlaw Run trains. But yeah, I'm pretty happy how those turned out last night. Very, very happy with those trains. Obviously, we're not going to do a lot of work on like the layouts and stuff until we get to that point. I'm very excited to get to those points, but I don't want to make the same mistake I did with the first attempt I did at the recreation, and that was not stick in one area and gradually move on once we get everything fully done. That's what we have to kind of keep an eye out on for. So, anyways, we do have guest relations right here, which we did work on previously. We do have OMP that we do need to kind of fully flesh out here, and we do have the actual ticket booths right here, along with security, which we do have security guards now, so we could create or put some security guards right there. I think that would actually be pretty nice. I probably can go through my phone and actually find some reference photos of this back part of the building. I have reference photos and videos from these times when I made those. I do have them somewhere, and I probably could find them if I looked hard enough. And now I gotta remember I can get rid of these curbs now too. There's just so much we can do now with the new update and everything. It's great. The update really does help us out quite a bit overall. So this is the HR building. Let me see if I can find these reference photos, and we'll probably work a little bit more on the entrance area. Let's take a look here. But what's up, Dr. Awesome, the coaster, Otaku? Did you change your name? I feel like you changed it a while back, or at least a little bit a while back, but I feel like that was definitely changed. Anyways, we're gonna go down. I think it's like down on the bottom of my phone. I had like a lot of reference photos, but I don't know if I had any of the front entrance. This is all like riverfront, the Rivertown area, and everything. Riverfront area, where Mystic's at. Dockside reference photos. I need entrance area. Don't know if I made many entrance area references. All right, here's some more. This is all Mystic River Falls. It'd be great if we were in the Mystic River Falls area, but we're not. But apparently when I took those, that's where we were. What else do we have here? That's Midtown, so we're at Midtown there, which is a little closer to the front gate. I have a lot of reference stuff just kind of thrown in my phone everywhere, so but it's kind of hard to find like those that admin building in general, because it's not really, it's kind of not going to be in like park walkthroughs and stuff from guests, because guests usually aren't going to be in that area. So it is kind of one of those things that it's kind of hard to find, or it can be hard to find. All right, still haven't found anything. I do have some wildfire areas. Okay, new fire in the hole while it's under construction. Maybe I don't have references of that on here. I thought I may have, but it didn't hurt to look before we try and look online, because I did look for, or I did try and find some. I don't think I'm going to find any because I'm getting more into my newer photos, so I don't believe I've taken any from that point. Nope, no, I don't have any on there. Interesting. I figured I would. No, Crossroads will be easy. I don't need that. It's references that of the uncommon areas that you don't see. It's mostly here. Like, I have it in my head, but like I just want to get those details. So let's see if I can find anything. Silver Dollar City HR building. See if we have any images of it. No, not there, not there. I see resort. Let's see if I type admin, because it is the admin building. I've already searched it before, and it's probably not going to show up. Like, there's just no way it's going to show up here. I'm probably going to have references myself, which at some point I did. It might have been on my old phone, actually, before I got this phone that I currently have. Knowing me, so... Only other thing I could think of is I could look up some walkthroughs of the park and hope that they kind of get a shot of it, but I doubt it, because again, it's off to the side of the entrance area, and it's not like you wouldn't go that way to enter the park, so unless you're an employee, of course, but because employees go that way down Cave Road to enter the park instead of the entrance, so is one thing there. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to find this building. It's just not going to be there. Again, there's just not really anything that's going to help me with that. So we might not be able to do that just yet. We might have to focus on just like leading up to the front gate for now. So yeah, let's go ahead and actually get some, let's copy existing texture, and we should probably go without curbs now that we have that option, because we don't really need the curbs. So anyways, and this is pretty much all flat, so I'm not really concerned about doing anything there, but we are going to go ahead and get a reference of on the ground too. And usually there's some 360 photos, which is almost just as good as like Google Street View, basically, because you can move around, you can look around, and they are very nice. So I have this one that has the entrance area that I've been looking at. It has been my go-to lately, for sure. It's been my go-to. And let's see, we want to go, honestly, as soon as we go through that portal, and then I can actually just, we're going to get started on, I think we're going to start out by actually working on the details of some of these other parts of the building. So that is what we're going to start off with. So that way we can detail this before we kind of push forward and everything. We can kind of get an idea with this. There is a concrete wall that kind of separates this. So let's go ahead and get some of that in here, and it has different levels. So we'll go start here, and this is going to be a little bit further down, kind of like this. It kind of separates you from this wall a bit, and we can kind of see where that is with the gas. And I would say about 2 of these, and then there is one right here, which is a little bit lower, kind of like that. It's kind of weird. It's just kind of like this weird brick wall there that is in there. We're going to go with the stamp builder. We're going to get some pathing down in here that will go in here as well. We can go ahead and turn off angle snapping and just line it up with the building. So, and then we can just put down some barriers where this rock wall is, so people will not walk through them. We should have, I think I have curbs turned off, which I do, and we're not above that, unfortunately. So it's a little iffy. Which means I'm gonna have to push it down further a little bit so I can see what I'm doing. Always got to be careful with that, because it's kind of like I need to see all of it, but at the same time, like, yeah, I don't know. Don't know what to do here. My phone is just exploding because there's a group chat that just won't stop talking. Leave me alone. Let's see. Sorry. All right. Yeah, I'm just trying to, like, because I can't see what I'm doing here with all this. I mean, I could grab everything here and then push it upwards a little bit, including the paths, but, like, I don't know why, like, it's flat land. I don't know why this is all kind of, like, under this now. It doesn't make any sense. Stop messaging in the group chat. Just, everyone be quiet. Y'all are, it's too much. Did it not select those two? Oh. Is the filters like those? Oh, it is selected. Deselect that. And can I move all of these things up just slightly? Just kind of raised everything a little bit. That's fine. We can push the terrain up if we need to. So that actually did turn out just fine, thankfully. And yeah, so we're going to go from there. It is a little bit hard, a little bit tough to see everything here because of the trees over here. But I know for a fact that the path does continue this way over here against this wall. And there's like little bridges and stuff that lead you straight to there that is blocked off. Usually only employees get to use that. And then we do have some planters on the inside here, but for the most part, this is basically all path right here. So we can probably kind of get into this a little bit and kind of spread this around. You can kind of see where the other stuff is there, so we'll work around that. And we'll just kind of build this path around this way. I don't know what this curb piece is doing. Like, what is going on there? I don't know. Okay. I think this is... Let's go and use the brush tool and see if we can get rid of that curb. I don't know why there's a hole there, but see if we can maybe grab these and just blend them. There we go. Love the editing tool. Love that we can just edit that and just fix it like that. Beautiful. All right. Absolutely wonderful. Anyways. Hey, Silas, what's up? Since you haven't how do you know I haven't watched it yet? How do you know that? You don't know that. I may or may not have, okay? Of course, waiting for Great Adventure to begin work on their 2026 coaster. So far, nothing's happened, but hopefully they could start soon. I would hope they would start soon, because, like, otherwise it might not open very early on. SDC's over here working on their next ride, and it doesn't open till 2027, and they've already started, so... Just saying. Alright, we'll just try and maybe get some of this path work going in here. We do have some paths that will go in here. Have I? Maybe I just don't want to tell you. Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. Who knows? You know, I might just want to leave it as a mystery, okay? Gosh, like, stop messaging the group chat. Like, the Outlaw Run group chat is just stop messaging. Y'all are talking too much. And Silas, you know what I mean, because you're in that group chat yourself. I don't know, it's kind of annoying to me sometimes when just my phone is just constantly going off, and it's not like I'm mad at anyone that's chatting in there. It's like everyone's just talking. Too many people are talking. Trying to figure out why, like, it just stop going. There's no terrain change. Why is it going under the thing? Like, I haven't changed the terrain at all. I don't get it. Bruh. Like, I can't even get it to where it was. I guess that would be, like, right there, but, like, the absolute lowest I can get with the ground, and it still will end up going underneath it for no reason, out of nowhere. That's just bizarre. That doesn't make any sense. Silas, you're even messaging in the group chat. Be quiet. Y'all are just talking about donuts. Like, who cares? We really need this many messages for over donuts that I'm not even gonna have because I'm off tomorrow on Mercy Day. Ha 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 ha. Put it on Do Not Disturb. That's too much work. Y'all just need to stop. What if I miss something good? Or something important? I can't miss anything important. Okay. There we go. I just needed to push space. That's all. Alright, so we can definitely have this lined up with guest relations. And attach it with guest relations. This is not final. I might actually move that. I'm not sure just yet. please show up. Like, I can't deal with this any longer. I just need you to work with me a little bit, alright? Alright, perfect. Good. Alright, that's Cave Road, so I don't want to go too far, because then we actually go downwards there. And now you're talking about how I'm... Silas is over here letting him know that I'm complaining about it. Fine, I will... Just keep talking about donuts. Alright, silent. I'm gonna set it to silent. So my phone stops vibrating every 2 seconds. You're supposed to be on my side, Silas. I don't have an iPhone. I ain't ever gonna have an iPhone. I ain't got no iPhone. Android all the way. Alright, so we do have like little bodies of kind of like some bodies of water here. That we can do as well. Alright, and then this is pretty wide open. Like, this is a pretty big section of path here, actually. Let me get the 360 cam up. So we're around over in this area, so I can kind of see what I'm working with. Okay. And of course, we can always kind of just edit the path to and round it around wherever we need it, and make the shaping that we need. You know, there's no set way that we have to do it. We can just boom, boom, smooth this out. We can go to customize brush, get rid of these curbs. It's nice to be able to get rid of those curbs now, because I think this is all path right here, actually. All the way up to this point, I'm pretty sure. So let's go ahead and just... So we're really just gonna try and do a lot of... What do you mean too steep? What do you mean too steep? What are you talking about, game? What are you talking about, game? See, yeah, literally was fine with it being right there. Just saying. Okay, that's a good starting point. Like, that's a nice looking path. That is looking good. And of course, we have Cave Road right here. Again, most of this is basically flat. Like, if there is any elevation, it's very subtle, and I'm not going to really worry about it at that point. So. Okay, so that is a good start on the pathing, and then of course we do have a little bit of planter. We could start on making that planter here and getting some of the details there, which we might do, but I do want to go back and make sure I have... We're going to start putting the details on this wall here. And we do have a few doors here. I've actually been through this door a few times. It's actually kind of like requires a key, actually. I wish I had one of those keys because it'd make it life so much easier for me to get inside the park without having to go through security every single time. So I can imagine why not only certain people have keys to those, but I try to put myself around people that do have that key, so makes it a lot easier. This door actually will work perfect for this first door that's here, except we're gonna have to change the color to green and outline it with kind of like a cream, more like a cream color more than anything. Kind of right there, and then the other door is right here next, like right up against this. So and there's no glass there, so if I sink it in there, it kind of makes it look like there is no glass. So that actually works pretty well. We are gonna do some. We're just gonna use some wooden pieces here that have that same creamy kind of looking color. If I need to put on angle snap though, that kind of outlines this here. Beautiful. All right, we'll put this here. Now I do plan on doing like an actual proper series for this recreation, but it's going to be kind of like just general updates, like when I make videos of it, because I will be making like actual videos at some point. But the way it's going to work is that the videos are going to be just kind of like a little updates more than anything. That's kind of like how I'm going to treat it as such. So, so we'll have like a little overhang right there. That will look great. Nice. One sec. All right, we have like let's see if there's anything I can use here. I try to use simple things. The simple things, right? Anyways, I'm not trying to ignore chat. By the way, if I missed some of your messages, sorry. I'm like trying to go back and forth between the references, and then like, even though I have 3 monitors, I still feel I still have everything kind of crammed around everywhere. I should probably check on my CPU. All right, we're 84 degrees right now, so we're in a good spot still. I haven't actually had checked my temps in a hot minute, so did need to take a look there. All right. Maybe I figured maybe I could find some under Windows. What is this? That's just like not what I'm looking for. That's what that is. I'm just looking for like some almost kind of like that. No, not really. Maybe not like that. Maybe not like that actually. What if we type what kind of shutter kind of pieces do we have? Like window, but that's not really what I'm looking for. Did I not do this correctly? Because, like, it's still going off. Notification sound. Set a custom notification. I thought I did that. I literally thought I did that. Why is everything vibrating? Like, calm down. Alright, I might just have to, you know, by time, we're just going to do a custom. This should be pretty easy to make, actually. So we're just going to make a quick little custom piece myself. A quick and easy. We're going to make it quick and easy, so we'll just need to make a little box. Just a little bit of a box here. No fighting textures, please. Get out of here with that. Yeah, this will be the easiest way, just to make it ourselves. I'm gonna be real. Alright. We need the, yeah, we'll just do the medium piece here. Actually, no, we probably can use the long piece, actually, and then just scale it down slightly. Right there, yeah. Yeah, right there. Don't know what these pieces really are, but they're there, so. I always miss something, right? Always gotta miss something. Let's go ahead and just do that, and then I should just have to deselect that. Now we can move it over. I just need to center it. It just was not centered, and we needed to center it. You know, that's fine. Like I probably could do a little bit more there, but honestly, that's just gonna be just PG right there. I'm fine with that. I can live with how that is, because like, as much as I want to do crazy details and stuff, I think little pieces like this, it's fine. It's fine to kind of keep it kind of real, you know? And not to go too extreme with stuff. Now, I am off tomorrow, so we might... Big emphasis on the might. We might live stream tomorrow as well, if I'm feeling up to it. Honestly, that's a big thing. As long as my PC is cooperating at the same time, you know? That's the big thing. I'm gonna be honest, I still think this is vibrating, even though I set it to silent twice now, and it's still vibrating. Yeah, it's still going off. I have reset it to silent. Why? And when I said... Oh, there. You know what? I turned notifications off. There we go. That should be good. I know how to use technology. I am tech savvy. I know how to use phones. Stop laughing at me. I know y'all are. What should you bring tomorrow? For what? What are you bringing? For what? Food and attractions, or wait, can we bring something to work tomorrow? Yeah, I like bringing snacks sometimes. Gotta have some of those snacks. And foods, you already have food around you, man. So you can, like, I don't know. Foods get like free meals, or like if you work in foods, you get like free meals. Attractions doesn't. kind of not fair in a way, but you know what? Whatever. It's whatever. Honestly, foods kind of sucks in my opinion at SDC. Like when it comes to like the employees, because they like are super strict on stuff sometimes that is just ridiculous. Like I think I've mentioned it before, and there's the VIP mug, right? Costs $70 for this mug. You know, but it makes sense. You get free refills for the entire season. It's a very nice VIP, like it's a very nice tumbler, and very, very nice. It is free refills all season, even on specialty drinks. So you can get like coffee in it and stuff like that, and which is great for the guests. But if you have one as an employee, they do not let us refill it for free if you're in costume, and is the stupidest thing I've ever witnessed. It makes absolutely no sense why employees are in a way discriminated against, because like they buy this $70 mug that is supposed to be free, and because we're working we can't use it. That makes no sense. It makes zero sense, and they're super strict on it most of the time. A lot of them are very strict on it for no reason. If I worked in foods, I wouldn't be strict on it. You know, I would actually not care. And if I got in trouble for it, I would not care. Like, it is the dumbest thing. I don't understand why they're so strict on it, too. Like, they get so angry about it as well. Like, chill out. It is a freaking VIP tumbler. I just don't get it. Like, I don't get why they get so angry about it, too. Like, foods just, honestly, I'm not saying all foods, people that, or all the workers in foods suck or anything. I'm not saying that, but, like, a lot of them are just so strict for no reason when it comes to like the foods and stuff. I get that we don't get stuff for free. Like, I'm not asking for us to get free food. But like, when you buy a mug that gets you free refills, and it is a very expensive mug, like $70, yeah, I shouldn't have to pay for it just because I'm wearing a costume. And the funny part is, I don't even have a VIP mug. I'm not gonna afford to buy one, so. However, like, this is so dumb. This is ridiculous. Like, whoever came up with that idea in foods, like, you are literally evil. You're literally the worst. Whoever came up with that in foods. Like, someone, when they came up with these VIP mugs, someone legit said, legit made this a rule. Like, we're using it too much. That doesn't matter. Like, what? So you're saying that we use it too much. You know how there's guests there that come every single week? We literally have guests that are usuals that come every single week. Like, multiple days a week. So, like, they use it non-stop. You know what I'm talking about? Like, the guests sometimes will use it just as much as us. There are guests out there that would use it more than us. Like, that is not a good enough reason or excuse to, you know, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. So I'm gonna put together a thing. I say us and attractions. If you have a foods person that has a Trailblazer pass, they can't use it while they're in costume. If they have Trailblazer, I'm gonna make that a rule. Since we're gonna make rules, you know, stupid rules like that. You can get free refills all day long. Yeah, and no one's gonna be mad at you for it. Good for you. So, like, why do foods get the privilege of getting free meals and free drinks? Just because you're in foods. Like, I work for the company too. Again, I'm not asking for free meals or anything like that, but if I buy a $70 mug, I expect to get the benefits of it. I don't care if I'm a employee or not. I absolutely expect to get those the benefits that come with purchasing said mug. Bring it up to HR. I've already brought it up to my supervisor and everything, because, like, it's so dumb. Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't get why they're so strict on it either. I just don't get it. If I was in foods, I would, because I would think it's stupid. If I was in foods, I'm like, I'm not going to enforce that rule. Means your rule, that rule is dumb. I'm trying to see, how did I make this corner piece? I don't know why I'm struggling with how I made this custom corner piece. It is actually kind of bugging me that I can't get this placed in properly. Okay. We can turn off the angle snap. We don't need that. I just need to line this up. Even if it's not perfect, I don't care. I just need to do something with it. Because I need a corner thing going on here. Like, that's the situation we're in. I don't know. It's so hard to rotate this. It's so weird and strange the way these pieces kind of fit in here. I'm also not smart enough to figure out the angles and stuff. It's just, I don't know why it's kind of in a weird spot there. That looks a little bit easier to work with. Maybe not. It doesn't have to be perfect, just close to where, like, no one's gonna notice. Anyways, is this on PS5? The game is, yes. I mean, the game is on PS5. I am currently playing on PC. I don't have the game for console because the console is way too limiting. I could not play it on console. I have to have all the PC perks, like, you know, custom images, custom audio, mods. Yeah, ain't no way I'm playing on console. I don't know. I didn't know if you're asking if the game is available on console, or if you're asking if I'm playing on console. 'Cause I'm not playing on console. Ain't no way. I would never play on console. I don't know, man. Like, this is... Here we get... rotate it as one here. Having trouble fitting this in. The good thing is SDC's like older buildings are kind of rickety and kind of like not perfect anyways. So like I feel like I can slightly get away with it at times. You know what I mean? We can kind of get away with some stuff like that. Get a PC like it's not expensive. I mean, really, consoles, you can buy a PC. You can get a gaming PC for the same price as a console. Like, you really can. And with how much consoles are starting to cost, yeah, I mean, there's really no excuse not to have a PC at this point. Consoles are supposed to be, like, a cheaper alternative, but, like, in reality, they really aren't anymore. You can build a solid PC for $500 to $700. You don't have to pay thousands of dollars for a PC. You really don't have to. Now, is my PC worth thousands of dollars? Yes, but I've upgraded it over time. So that's the beauty of it too. Like, you can upgrade it over time. That's the great thing about it. You don't have to. You can start out small. Like, you can start out with a $500 build, and you can slowly upgrade it when you can afford it. You know what I mean? You can't do that with consoles. Like, you're just stuck with what you got. And, I mean, consoles are great and all. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm a big console gamer myself. I also have consoles. I have a PlayStation 5. I have an Xbox Series S. I have a Nintendo Switch. I have my PC, but... and I understand not everyone can afford all those, and you can usually only do one, but, like, yeah, might have to choose one. But, you know, PlayStation 5 is $500. You know, the Switch 2, it basically might as well be $500 because you're going to have to buy games with it, so your $80 games. Have they fixed the game yet? For the most part, yes. If you're wondering, we just got an update the other day. We've been getting monthly updates that have been fixing a lot of the game. The game is honestly in the best shape it's ever been. And honestly, I think it's already surpassed Planet Coaster 1. And the only thing Planet Coaster 1 has now over Planet Coaster 2, in my opinion, is just that it has more building pieces at the moment because it has all those DLCs and stuff, if you have the DLCs. Now, if you're comparing Planet Coaster 2 base game with Planet Coaster 1 base game, Planet Coaster 2, I think, is now miles ahead of Planet Coaster 1 when it comes to the base game in general. Because not only are we getting all the features back in Planet Coaster 2 that we didn't have that we had in Planet Coaster 1, but they're every time they bring something back, they make it way better than what it was in the first game. And that is true. Like, PC does have way more options. Again, modding is also a big thing. And you can do more with a PC too. It's not just games. Like, obviously, you can do a lot more with a PC. And I understand, you know, but like, again, I just don't feel like I feel like at this point, you know, how expensive consoles are starting to get. You know, it's just, to me, worth it just to go with a PC if you can only choose one option. And I highly recommend trying to learn how to build a PC, and because it's really not that hard. If I can learn it, you guys can't do. Just watch a really good in-depth tutorial on how to build a PC, and it's great because then you can just go down the line and upgrade the parts you need. If stuff becomes outdated, you don't have to replace your entire computer. You can just upgrade the parts that you have, and it never dies. You know what I'm saying? So that's my humble opinion. But and again, I've always been a big console gamer myself as well. So like, I have the best of all the worlds, best of both worlds. Um, but yeah, I always, if you have to choose one and you have say $500 to $600 to spend, and you're thinking about either getting a console or PC, go with the PC. Yes, it's going to be lower end for that price, but again, you can upgrade it over time and get to the point. That's how I mean, my PC is probably worth probably like at least $2,000, but I didn't start out that way. Like I didn't pay that much right up front. Like it started out with a lot lower specs, and I just upgraded it over time. So like at one point I upgraded my graphics card. At one point I updated my CPU. And stuff like that. Now sometimes you have to upgrade more than one part if you plan on upgrading stuff. So like if I want to get a better CPU, I might have to upgrade my motherboard as well that can support that CPU. Stuff like that. You might have to get a better power supply if you start upgrading stuff too. So sometimes I like to get a higher wattage power supply right off the bat if you can afford it, because then you don't have to worry about that later down the line as much either. But yeah, GTX 1060 7th gen i5, so the game can run at 15 FPS solidly. You can build a better one. Yeah, 1060 is a little bit outdated. That's a little bit old at this point. My RTX 3080 Ti is still holding strong, and I've had it for about, gosh, I can't believe I've had it about 5 years now. Still holding strong. I have no reason to really upgrade it yet, but at some point I will. But I've had it for 5 years, so. Yeah, if you build it yourself, just try and make good decisions on what parts you should put together, and where you should utilize more of your money. Obviously, you want to utilize it a lot on your graphics card and processor. If you want to build stuff for make something good for Planet Coaster, you definitely want to have a decent processor, because it is very CPU heavy. But you still want to have solid graphics too, though. Usually you want to spend a good portion of your budget on those two parts. If you plan on streaming, definitely try to have more RAM. And if you're not going to stream, you don't have to focus on having as much RAM. So I would say at least 16 gigabytes of RAM if you're not streaming, 32 gigabytes or more if you plan on live streaming and doing a lot at once. Very, very important there. Yeah, I always do AMD on my builds. I prefer the AMD CPUs personally over the Intels. I haven't had an Intel CPU in a long time, and I've always used AMD in all of my builds. I don't know, I just kind of prefer it. Because right now I have an Ryzen 9 5900X 16-core CPU. It has been fantastic, but the thing keeps overheating because I probably need new thermal paste because I probably put a heavy workload onto it. But I'm pretty sure my thermal paste is just dried out, and that's why it's been overheating. Speaking of, I should probably see where we're at on temperature. We're still good, 86%. I did turn down my graphic settings just a little bit, and I think that actually has helped dramatically keep the CPU a little bit down so it doesn't overheat. So we'll get us by for now. As much as I like to run everything on max settings, but for building purposes, while we're building stuff, it's not always a bad idea to turn your settings down just a little bit while you build, and then when you make your cinematic stuff, that's when you want to crank everything up. So, I mean, my PC can handle the max settings and playing it at the same time, but I just got to be careful of that. So I'm going to go ahead and save this here. I haven't manually saved in a while, so I mean, I haven't done it yet, so. All right, nice. I'm just kind of like taking my time and kind of chilling when I build this stuff right now, because that's just how it's gonna be. I'm still not sure how I'm going to do this floor plan utilizing terrain. Still going to be kind of iffy on how I do that, but for those of you that have joined the stream recently and have not seen yet, this is what we did last night. We created our Outlaw Run trains for whenever we get there, but I did want to create the custom trains. This is on the workshop. If you want to download the trains, I did put it on there. I also have my powder keg trains and my fire in the hole trains as well as time traveler. So I still don't know why there's a glitch going on here on the powder keg station, but the track is invisible in the station, and I don't know why. I haven't figured it out, but yeah, my track is invisible in the station. I don't know what I did. kind of strange. If anyone else has had that happen, I mean, it could be a mod thing. Maybe the mods messed up with it. Yeah, I think my custom trains turned out pretty good. I'm not entirely sure what the heck happened here, though. Serviced. I'm not going to worry about it now, but yeah, I have an invisible station track for some reason. Worst comes to worst, we'll just put, fake track in there. I'm sure it's fine, though. I don't know if I showed you guys this, kind of like my solution for, not really a solution, but I'm going to do like the transfer track. We're going to create a fake track that visually looks like that. We're utilizing the move piece. I did delete it. I think the test piece that I did do, but we're gonna place it back in there at some point, so we can actually have a track that visually slides up there. It's not going to be functional, but it will have the effect of the track sliding up, and I might put a fake train on it as well. I'm not entirely sure yet, but the actual track, we did a drop track and a track that raises up in the place of that for right now. That's all. It's got all this hidden track underneath. So visually, it will help us a little bit better with that. And it will hopefully work quite well. So I did go ahead and make that brake run as well. This is a very tricky part here for some reason when it comes to the floor plan, though, because you have the launch track here, and for some reason, like, it just looks really weird. Like, it doesn't look like a top-down angle at this point for the launch, because, like, the track kind of, like, curves here, but it's just a straight piece of track on the hill, so not entirely sure what's going on there. We're just gonna have to figure that out, and then we have the final drop there, and it makes it look like it goes over it, which is weird. I mean, they're right next to each other, but like, I don't know why. It's kind of weird with how that works, but it will be great when it's there. And then the wildfire custom train as well. We didn't really do much except for add like the logo on the front, but it looks all right as well. Thunderation, we're not going to really have to do anything, and then the time traveler ones we've already made as well. And the fire in the hole train also has been made. Again, I need to figure out why the front pieces are missing on this car, on these cars. I'm not entirely sure why, because it's kind of weird. Actually, I want to turn my audio on. So we have some sound, which I think I have turned off right now. Now you can listen to it. Now we get that ambient noises. Also, in the, I think it's going to be the next update, you're going to be able to adjust the audio sounds on your billboards and stuff, like all that stuff. You're going to be able to adjust audio on. Still don't know why it didn't include that. So if I go hold on here. Hold on. So if I have my fire in the hole layout, that's the train. Where's the layout? I know I saved it as a blueprint. I know I did. Maybe I didn't save it as fire in the hole though. I think I may have just put it together. I can't remember. Oh yeah, here it is. It's just 5th. I'll just throw it off to the side, out of the way. If I place it... Huh, yeah, it didn't save it on the trains. That's weird. I might have to fix that. To fix that, I'm going to have to go back to the original build, and for some reason it didn't save the front piece. That's weird. Who did that? I wonder if the audio stuff's been fixed yet. Find out.
The ball knobbers have set the whole town ablaze.
Go! There's Patches, our bald knobber. I'm gonna tin your hide. Drop that dynamite or I'll have to shoot.
Go ahead, Marshal. You couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. Get after those ball knobbers.
Person, stop that fire.
Red Flanders? Get back here and
Put on pants.
I can't, Sadie. I ain't got no pants no more. The
Dang bald knobbers stole them.
stole them. What in the city hell would they want with good pants?
They don't
Call me bugs for nothing.
Don't worry. They don't
That fudge. Bum 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 bum.
Hurry! The bombers are gonna blow up the bridge!
Get that crate over here.
Mess up my new pants.
Pack them bundles under the dresser.
Can't you even tie a ding-dang knot?
Hurry.
What's the matter, bugs? Chicken?
Watch out, you dang fool. You're gonna fall. Now look at what you done.
Uh-oh. I think I'm stuck.
I can't reach.
Bridge
Ain't gonna hold. Bye-bye. Bum 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 bum.
Bugs and Patches,
Patches,
we foiled your
boom,
plot,
hot.
and now we're using your dynamite to blow up the water tower and put out the fire.
Don't throw that switch. The train's coming that way.
Tower's gonna blow. Fire in the hole. Thank you, heroes.
Alright, the glitch would
You
happen
couldn't
like
have
after
fought
it
those
would
good-for-nothing
start
ball
again.
knobbers without
The
you.
audio would be
Give yourselves
weird.
a big old pat on the back. You deserve it.
Obviously, we need to make some adjustments to where it finishes the whole audio, but gonna be high pitched like it usually is. No, it's still normal. Maybe they fixed it. It'd be sometimes if it after it would go multiple times, the second time it would be
The ball knockers
higher
have set the
pitched
whole
and weird.
town ablaze. Go!
You like zoom out, zoom in, the audio might get weird. Still normal? Maybe they fixed it.
Drop that dynamite or I'll have to shoot.
Go ahead, Marshal.
Still seems okay.
Hit the broadside of a barn. Red Flanders, get back here and put on your pants.
I can't, lady. I ain't got no pants no more. The
Dang ball
knobbers
knobbers stole them. Looks like they got it pretty good now. The audio's not getting off. The pitch of the audio is fine. Seen me at Barn Swing? Yep, that's where I was today. It's at Barn Swing and Silos.
The lawnmowers are gonna blow up the bridge.
Get that grate over here.
Don't mess up my new pants, you ornery
Pack
fool.
them bundles under the dresser.
Ain't you even tired? Ding dang.
So glad to see that the audio is working fine now. That's actually really nice. All right. Don't mess up my new pants, dang fool. Can't you even tie a ding dang knot? Sorry, what's the matter, Bugs? Chicken. Can't wait to like do Outlaws layout with these trains. It looks so nice. Very nice. What do you guys think? Did I do a good job on these trains? I think I did. They look like RMC trains to me. This is just going to be kind of a general idea, but I'm just going to get some of this path down. Then I want to see, at least you can kind of see the line there. We can adjust the height that's going up, so we can actually, and then we can terraform it later. So that's Hospitality House right there. So generally speaking, we can do that. I could still use the floor plan. And then once we're done with the floor plan, we can just pull that terrain up to the path. That was kind of my idea that I was thinking of. That, we'll have the bakery over here, and then this will lead us into the Hospitality House. So we can see that this is a path that does change elevation when we get there. That can lead us there. That's just a basic. We could change that. Headache's kind of coming back. I took some stuff for my headache, and now it's still coming back, which sucks. Started to get a headache earlier, and thought I got rid of it, but now it's wanting to still be there, which is not fun. Excuse me. Alright. Alright, I think that's gonna be what I do there for now. I still need to finish this tilt coaster. Do I do? Like the one project that is gonna take me like over a year for no reason to do, but like when it's done, it's gonna be finally done. So I'm like spending some, or I'm just like taking my sweet time to build it. I think it's gonna be really nice though. Really cool. Gone through a lot of stuff. Alright, where am I on custom supports, by the way? I'm like really just kind of taking my time on custom supporting. Can I like place the support without even making changes to it? Just on the other side. It looks like I might be able to. Nice. Alright, do have a little bit of taller support. That would work right there. Thinking about using this one. Once you get a certain amount of support structures, you can kind of actually get away with copying and pasting a lot of different ones, or just going in and making some slight changes to some of them. For instance, like this one, we'll just make a change to where this is wider. Because obviously that's a clearance issue. We're not going to be able to get that to technically be safe, you know. To make it safe, we gotta make a little bit of an adjustment. Because, you know, safety and such. I think that has good enough clearance. I hope. Hope so. shorter than I was expecting. Slowly getting through these Feel to career mode. Would love to watch those videos. I did start them. I've live streamed some of them. I got stuck. Well, I guess not really stuck. Like, kind of got to the point on one of them where I was like, oh man, this is taking a while. And I really just haven't picked it back up. I do want to get through all of the campaign though. I do need to do that. I need to stop being lazy and get through the whole thing. I do need to do that. That's a good point, though. Like, I should definitely pick it back up and work on the career mode again. I do like doing the career mode. I do. I've just been focusing on my kind of other projects mostly, so that I find a little bit more of a priority. Now everyone's calling me lazy. Great. Why is that, like, centered with it? It's not. That's strange. Really fighting textures. I've mostly just been held back lately because of my overheating issues I've had on my CPU. So. I guess I have been a little bit lazy just trying to get it fixed, but we're getting by right now. We're getting by. What the? What happened here? What's going on there? Why did that do that? Excuse me? I hope this isn't an issue now. Hope not. Suck. I know we have like a fake piece here to just fill in the gap. Don't know why I would just randomly start doing this now. Why is this not working anymore? Is it because of this? Hasn't done that before, so that is weird. This is connected with that piece. It's trying to act like it's not. Yeah, it's trying to act like it's not connected with that piece anymore. That is weird. Why did it just randomly start doing that? Alright, let's delete that for now. We can figure that out later. Make sure it still works. We can always do the fake or the scenery piece, which is fine with me. There's actually a scenery piece you can put in there. If it's gonna start glitching out like that. So we got it at least working now. I kind of want to just check to make sure the clearance on this track right here is fine. Gives you a nice little near miss element as well. A little bit of a head chopper. Yeah, that should be plenty good. Plenty good. High-speed rolls, man, are gonna be epic sauce. Coaster blueprint. I did my work for the day on that. I know it wasn't much, but we did our work for the day on that. My head hurts. I might head off here for now, guys. Just wanted to do a quick little stream. Starting to get a little bit of a headache, so I don't want to go too hard here, but I wanted to at least do something tonight, so I hope you guys enjoyed and had a good time tonight. We might be back tomorrow. I'm not going to make any guarantees, but oh gosh, my CPU temperature is really high right now. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and close out Planet Coaster 2 because otherwise it's going to overheat my CPU. I don't want that to happen right before we end. So Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream, guys. Thanks for being here. Have a wonderful night, and hopefully we'll be back very, very soon. So I should get that thermal paste now. I appreciate you guys tuning in, guys. We'll see you guys very, very soon. And make sure you guys have a great day. Cool tomorrow. See you guys next time. Thanks, guys, and goodbye.